People fly into a rage when their coffee is cold. People shoot one another over parking spaces. So how sensitive we are all egoically to impatience, to waiting, to the most minor discourtesy. We're all raging all the time. Look at the internet, look at Facebook, people raging about politicians and about all the things that are going wrong, all these little moments in their life, and they collect them all up and they push them into a ball and they hold on to them and they feel offended and they feel disrespected and they feel invisible and they feel confused and angry. Why is it then, when you go to some countries where people have got nothing, countries where dentistry is drink some cachaça at the market and somebody's going to pull your tooth out, why is it that these people seem to be a little bit happier? Maybe it's because they haven't forgotten some of the fundamental knowledge that is contained in systems like the runes. So this is called Hagalas. Hagalas. Hagalas is a rune that speaks of, it means hail. Hail, the kind of hail that comes down from the sky and destroys your crops. And then you've got nothing. A destruction in the tarot, it would be the tower. But the fact is that into every life, hail falls sometimes. Our plans go completely wrong. Things are destroyed. We don't know where to turn. How is it for the farmer in the poor country when his crop is destroyed? How is he going to feed his family? And this immense force from nature that seems to flatten us with an illness, with a death, with a separation, with the failure of a business, with the loss of money, with the loss of position. It happens to every single one of us. But if you understand that it happens to every single one of us, and it is actually part of a plan, that it's actually a part of the fabric of things, and that it is to be accepted and tried to be understood, then you have power. You can't shut all of this stuff out. Sure, you can take insurance and that's going to help you through. That's not to say that you shouldn't help yourself. But you have to understand that every life contains this guy. We often have this idea, so one of the false beliefs that I think that the tarot attacks directly is that events are random. The second false belief I think that they address is that there is a learning stage in life, let's say until you are settled. So let's say it's the age 30 or 35, and until then you're in a period of exploration and searching, you don't really know what you want to do with your life, and then you reach a point where you're settled, you've got a home, a stable home, you maybe have a stable partner or a stable career, and sometimes you have all of these elements stable at once, sometimes it's maybe only one, but you have an anchor of stability and you start accruing around this and you start laying down routines. Now, there's been lots of interesting research done by people like Dr. Joe Dispenza, in which he talks about how once you get after the age of 35, you are simply repeating things over and over and over again so that you get out of bed on the same side and you take the same route to work, whether that's by bus, by foot, by car, and you start reenacting the same things day after day after day. And so then you have a tendency to think that you have been through the growth and development stages of your life, and now you're on the plateau. And you're on that plateau basically until things start falling apart. Different people believe that that process starts at different age. Some people say, oh, after 40, oh, my back's starting to hurt now at 40. Have you noticed that? No, I haven't actually. Or 50 or 60 or 70, whatever age, they believe that that plateau is then going to go into a descent. Well, the idea behind the tarot is throws age out of the window, and it asks you to look at your life as a continuous process of change. So that's the false belief number 2, that after a certain age, you are simply going to carry on in the same way and until things start falling apart naturally with age and wear. And yet what happens? People get divorced, people get ill, people have accidents. People wake up one morning and think, I don't want to do this job anymore, I don't like it. People have strange urges to do different things and they have no way of placing this into a framework. It's just treated like a crisis instead of another normal aspect of human growth. So those are the first 2 false beliefs that I believe that tarot addresses, as does the runes. And I will continue speaking further on the subject in another video.